Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. In this video we are going to be looking at Jessie Anderson, who is a new 5-star ascendable to 6-star who's going to be in promos. This is what she looks like as a 5-star, pretty low key. We do have another Jessie in the game who is tough. This one is alert, and this is what she looks like as a 6-star. Pretty much a direct upgrade in terms of visuals. She just gets a jacket and a bag. She does get some like holsters and stuff, but she looks fairly similar, just a bit more, I don't know, gone through the ringer a little bit more based on the fact that she's got blood everywhere. A lot more walkers she's faced. So we'll look at her stats. She's got 1,495 attack, 1,923 defense, and 1,923 HP. She is an alert character and she is seen as a support character, and generally speaking, support characters seem to have much more balanced stats than Jessie has here. But if she is a proper support character, which she actually is, this is more beneficial because most support characters shouldn't really be doing much damage. If they are actually support characters, they should be effectively enabling other characters to either do more, survive more, so on and so forth. We'll look at her adrenaline rush. It is called Stand Your Ground. It is a 76 AP cost rush. Up to 3 teammates get defense down block, 60% defense, and focus for 2 turns. So obviously on the face of it, this doesn't look like that powerful a rush. She is going to be used primarily on a defense team with this rush. And I would say, just based on the fact that the certain characters that have come out in recent times, she's going to be a good duo with someone like Elle. Because Elle's biggest downside is that if you can defense down her, you can also one-shot her, which bypasses her bide. Whereas if Jessie's buff is on her, she cannot be defense downed. And also, Jessie's most likely going to have one of the highest HPs on your team because she's got very good base HP. You're probably going to raise that. And that would mean Elle's pain split would most likely go on to Jessie. And that would be really nice. A nice little combo. It would be very hard to take these guys out, if I'm honest, just based on the amount of HP they're going to have. I don't think Jessie's going to be a primary target either on a defense team unless she's not got the correct weapon. So most of the time you're probably going to try and take out other more important characters, and that's going to allow Jessie to get this buff off more times than not. She has also got a pretty nice active skill, and I like this quite a lot based on the fact that it's on the active rather than the rush. Initial cooldown of 2 and a cooldown of 3. She is a healer as well, where it does up to 3 teammates regain 30% of their max HP for 3 turns. That's a lot of healing. Because it's got a cooldown of 3, that basically means she can keep this up all the time for 15 turns or whatever it would be in terms of number of uses. I think it's 14 turns because of the initial cooldown. It's just a little bit faster, but she can keep 3 teammates healed, 90% heal every 3 turns. That's actually pretty nice. She does have a specialist skill as well, and it is Neutralize. I think most people know what Neutralize does. It stops people from rushing. It has been buffed slightly since one of the updates recently. It went from 90% AR fill to 80%, where you could neutralize somebody. It is obviously an impair for 1 turn, so it can be resisted. But once you neutralize someone, that means any attacks that follow up, anything that goes on top of that, will not gain AP for that character. So that's the bonus of being impaired. She does not have an attached weapon, so if you have a stun gun nice and defensive already made up, you can slot it right in Jessie's hand. She does not need any offensive at all in terms of her combat mods. The majority of promos that come out don't really need too much in the way of offense. Even the attacking characters, just based on the fact that they don't do percentage damage a lot of the time. Or at least some of the stronger ones, you generally want to make a bit more defensive base seemingly. I think Jessie is a bit of a niche character. She's not going to be someone who's going to be good for the wider audience in terms of if you're free to play, you're probably not going to have a team that she can slot into and actually be that useful. Whereas if you have a lot of promos already, she's going to be awesome because she'll make your promos have much more chance of staying alive, much more harder to take down. All around, it will just be a lot more difficult for people to take out your defense teams. If you've got someone like Ryan, the L's, you know, these sort of characters, they're going to be much harder to take down. Simple as that. And she is the true definition of a support character, 100%. When you compare her to someone like Zachary, who's also considered a support character, I'm not so sure on that one. I like Jessie a lot, but she will not fit into my teams at all, mainly because, like I said, I do not really have the sort of promos to go with her, and that is pretty much what she is built for. Really strong promos, specifically characters like Ryan and Elle at the moment in terms of just keeping those bide characters alive and non-defense downed, because that is one of the pretty much biggest issues that bide characters have, is that defense down. So that's Jessie Anderson, Life Among Them. that's the end of my video. Do tell me what you think about Jessie. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.